Is this a sign of the end of the formation that has long been known as the main pillar of BTS? Why did Jungkook, who is known for being extremely reserved in making public statements about the group's future, finally decide to openly talk about Jimin's position in BTS? Is it true that Jimin is considering not returning after completing his military service? Jungkook's latest statement has reignited sharp speculation that was previously dismissed as mere fan rumors. In an exclusive interview recently released by South Korean media Sportsnews, Jungkook made a comment that immediately triggered a wave of reactions from the public, especially ARMY. He stated that the future of each BTS member, including Jimin, is a personal decision that must be respected, a sentence that directly sparked a big question. Is this a sign that Jimin may not fully return to BTS after military service? Jungkook's statement came amid unofficial reports from several internal sources in the South Korean entertainment industry, suggesting that Jimin is currently considering a new direction in his career. Some sources even mentioned that Jimin has been in contact with several independent creative companies focused on solo music production and cross-disciplinary creative projects, outside the HYBE label that has long housed BTS. The issue about the possibility of Jimin leaving BTS first emerged after his absence from several internal HYBE events, even before his military service began. While other BTS members, including RM, Suga, and Jungkook, remained active in various long-term comeback preparation activities and contract extensions, Jimin appeared to withdraw and focus on matters not publicly explained. Several industry analysts believe Jungkook's decision to issue this statement was not coincidental, but a strategic step to open a more honest communication space between BTS members and the public. Furthermore, Jungkook said that each BTS member faces challenges and pressures that cannot be seen just from the surface. He also added that not every decision has to please everyone, which implicitly indicates that a major decision is being considered by one of the members, and in this context, all eyes turn to Jimin. Moreover, in the interview, Jungkook revealed that he and Jimin had a long conversation several months before Jimin officially entered the military. During that conversation, Jimin expressed concerns and fatigue he had felt for years being in the global spotlight. We spoke heart to heart. Jimin is someone who is very sensitive to public expectations but also has a strong desire to rediscover himself, said Jungkook. But Jungkook's words seemed to confirm the narrative that had quietly circulated within the fan community, that there is a high possibility Jimin will reevaluate his membership in BTS after completing his military service. This statement is reinforced by comments from several former production staff who worked with BTS and stated that Jimin seemed increasingly withdrawn toward the end of 2022 and had expressed a desire to take a long break from the industry. The emergence of Jungkook's statement also coincides with reports from K-pop industry forums indicating that HYBE has held a series of internal meetings discussing the group's composition post-military. The reports mention intense discussions regarding the possibility of forming subunits or even changing BTS's musical direction, focusing on members who are ready to continue activities in the long term. But it should be noted that so far, there has been no official statement from Jimin or his agency regarding his future membership in BTS. However, Jimin's silence and Jungkook's signals provide a serious clue that something is being prepared, something that could change the landscape of BTS as we have known it. While the public speculates, fan reactions have been mixed. Many feel sad, even disappointed, because they cannot imagine BTS without Jimin. However, many also express full support for Jimin's personal decision, whatever it may be. We want them to be happy, even if it means they have to go in a different direction, wrote a fan on Twitter. It is undeniable that Jimin is one of the most charismatic and central figures in BTS's journey. His presence on stage is always a unique magnet. If he truly chooses a different path, this will be a major moment in K-pop history, and possibly a turning point for BTS's creative and commercial direction as a global group. Responding to the overwhelming public reaction, Jungkook gave an additional clarification through the Weverse platform. He wrote, "I didn't mean to cause panic. I just want all of us, as a big family, to understand that the future is about choices and personal journeys." Although reassuring, that sentence still leaves many unanswered questions. If observed carefully, Jungkook's communication style in addressing this issue shows extraordinary emotional maturity. He did not directly state that Jimin would leave, but gave enough room for interpretation, describing that such a scenario is no longer impossible. This strategy seems chosen to maintain public emotional stability while preparing for a possible upcoming transition. On the other hand, several industry analysts see that opening this kind of discourse is also part of HYB's larger strategy to prepare the public for changes in BTS's structure in the future. On several occasions, HYB has hinted that the new era of BTS will focus on the individuality of each member, without being fully bound to the group format as before. In this context, Jimin, known as a perfectionist and highly emotional figure, may feel that solo exploration would give him more room to grow as an artist. Moreover, the success of his solo project Face, released before military service, has shown that Jimin has a strong fan base that will continue to support him even if he chooses a different path. For now, one thing is certain: Jungkook's statement was not mere spontaneous words. It is a message full of meaning, as well as a form of emotional responsibility to the fans who have supported BTS for over a decade. He knows that the issue of Jimin leaving is not just about an artist departing from a group, but about a shift in the direction of Korean music history. We are witnessing a critical moment, where BTS's future may no longer rely on the continuity of 7 individuals, but on each one's freedom to choose their own path. And if Jimin is indeed considering a new direction, then Jungkook's statement today is the initial stepping stone of that major transition. For over a decade, BTS has been a symbol of unity, strength, and a collective spirit rarely seen in the global music industry. But now, for the first time, the public is faced with the reality that the group's future may no longer be what it once was. Everything can change, and that change seems to be knocking at the door. However, after various widespread speculations that sparked anxiety among fans, the latest facts show that the news about Jimin leaving BTS is not true. Clarifications from HYB labels and credible internal sources have firmly denied the issue. Upon further investigation, it was found that Jungkook's statement, which triggered various interpretations, was actually taken out of context, and is not an indication that Jimin will leave the group. HYBE, through its official media statement, emphasized that all BTS members, including Jimin, remain committed to the group's future after completing their respective military duties. There is no change in BTS's long-term plans as a group. All members, including Jimin, remain part of BTS's formation and have agreed on the group's direction and strategy moving forward. The statement reads, "This effectively dismisses the wild rumors that had circulated recently." Jimin himself, although currently focused on military service, has never signaled or stated his intention to leave BTS. In fact, in an official letter he posted on the fan community platform before enlisting, Jimin expressed that he was very much looking forward to the day when BTS could stand together on stage again. He has repeatedly said that BTS is an irreplaceable part of his life. Thus, it can be concluded that the rumor of Jimin leaving BTS is baseless and merely an exaggerated interpretation of an incomplete statement. Verified facts from various trusted sources indicate that BTS's future remains intact with all its members, including Jimin. As information consumers, it is important for the public and fans to be wiser in responding to viral news that circulates without verification. Baseless speculation is not only misleading, but can also harm the reputation and mental health of the artists involved. In this case, the narrative that Jimin would leave BTS has proven to be a misunderstanding with no factual foundation.